Hey church, I'm Nick Schatz, the executive pastor here at Hershey Free, and I'm filming this video on July 1st, 2021. The week of July 1st is always a pivotal week for our church because it's the start of a new ministry year and a new fiscal year. And boy, has it been a year. I have to pause and just thank each and every one of you for staying connected with our church, for serving one another during the season, and for faithfully giving your regular donations to the ministry fund. Hey, we are in this together, y'all. Now listen here. In the coming weeks and months, we are going to be laser focused on reconnecting as a church family and on addressing our church's financial health. I want to take about 2 minutes of your time and talk about Hershey Free's financial health. The final numbers are still coming in, but we ended this fiscal year in a deficit somewhere between $110,000 and $150,000. Now keep in mind that you can't compare the church's finances to your own personal household finances, okay? The church operates with a $3 million budget, and most of you watching this do not make $3 million or more per year, so don't compare those. But here is something that we need to address together as a church family. Over the course of the coronavirus pandemic, giving has been lower than before the pandemic. And to speak frankly, I don't think we should be surprised or shocked by that, given what we have all been through. But it also means that every month, on average, our church is spending more than we are receiving. And we are slowly dipping into our reserves. Now, please hear me very clearly. The church still has reserves, and we are certainly not in panic mode. Let me say that again. The church is not going under, and we are not in a panic state. But here's something we do need to figure out together as a church family. By the time January 2022 rolls around, we need to decide as a church family if we can come back to financial stability and begin building back, or if we need to pivot and reduce our expenses. So by mid-January, our giving will help our elder team decide or discern whether we can maintain our staff support and missionary support at current levels, or if we need to pivot. So again, we aren't in a stage of making immediate or rash decisions, but our leadership needs to take about 6 months to just see what the future holds. And so next week, I'm going to drop another video just like this one about the 1% step. The 1% step is a challenge for you to give an extra 1% of your income to Hershey Free Church. Now, if you do not currently give donations to the church, we are challenging you to start donating about 1% of your income to this ministry. If you give 7%, we challenge you to raise that to 8%. If you give 11%, we challenge you to raise that to 12%, and so forth. And the way our church responds to this challenge, the 1% step, will help us decide what we need to do next year. And by the way, if you are hurting for money right now, we're going to post some ways that the church can help you. We want to challenge you to give generously, but we don't expect you to cripple yourself in the process. Hey, Hershey Free Church is here to help you if you need it. So thank you in advance for wrestling through these things together with your church family, and God bless.